blocking lactate is like suppressing the bad side of inflammation, but it has come with a risk. So on the other side, how about like promoting those good ones? I've seen that in one of your papers, you mentioned interventions to slow immunosenescence, like supplementing prebiotics or like polyunsaturated fatty acids and the short-chain fatty acids. So how can these interventions be practically implemented in our daily life? Like, for example, like a yogurt.
I mean, as I said, any food that contains omega-3 fatty acids, so these would potentially, together with moderate exercise. So when I say moderate, I refer to something different from strenuous exercise that elite sports people do, right? So moderate is like go for a jog, do yoga, 20-30 minutes every other couple of days. These together with certain healthy diet choices and integrating your diet with omega-3, which is like eating more fish or eating more walnuts and so on and so forth, could per se have a beneficial effect on the immune system, like calming down the sort of inflammaging response that we see with age, and return the immune system towards a more sort of homeostatic type of response, which is beneficial for the body. So yes, yogurt containing walnuts, for instance, could be a good sort of food, I think.
So these are all like dietary interventions. On the other side, there are like pharmacological interventions. So for these two interventions, dietary one and the pharmacological one, which one is more effective? Or put in other words, like, do they target different group of people?
Yeah, I believe you will have to target different group of people. And I believe while you are within a spectrum of health, diet and exercise are what I would advise. But when you are in a disease spectrum, then perhaps drugs become required in addition to diet and exercise, right? They become required. And as I said, in terms of immune senescence, drugs that perhaps could help, I think there is enough evidence out there that metformin has an effect on immune senescence. But I believe other new drugs like GLP-1 inhibitors and SGLT2 inhibitors could be new drugs that will be shown to have a beneficial effect on immune senescence and inflammaging.
So you have also mentioned metformin several times in this speech. Like in terms of the future research on inflammation and aging, which target do you think holds the most promise? Like those like drug targets or any kind of other interventions?
I will not go into very specific response here. I mean, I have in mind a couple of targets, but hopefully we will publish those soon. But I believe that what promises to deliver new important drugs are key metabolic enzymes, as well as transporters of metabolites, such as amino acid transporters, glucose transporters, lactate transporters, and so on and so forth. I think these are two key classes of targets that will deliver important drugs in the not so distant future, and are already delivering, such as, as I said, the GLP-1 inhibitor and the SGLT2 inhibitor, that are two very novel drugs.